Stephanie.
I haven't seen any of the lab results on the belief spray tests.
Well, don't feel left out. Nobody has.
There's no progress reports?
No, because there hasn't been any progress. I haven't been able to make it down to the lab.
Why not?
Oh, things are just swamped around here. And it's been crazy ever since that press conference. The phones are ringing off the hook, and Rich is out of town, and there's no Sheila. She might be crazy, but she was a great assistant. And then I have lawyers' meetings, and I have staff meetings, and I have sales meetings. So if you need something, get in line, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. I'm just a little stressed out these days.
Maybe you need some professional help. Go and talk to someone about it.
I've already tried that. I went to see James. And you know what he told me? He said that I should try and see Taylor's side of things. He even brought us together so we could work things out.
What happened?
We argued, of course. It's crazy to think a little teen sympathy is gonna fix all of this. And now, of course, I'm more behind than usual. And I know what you're going to say.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, you're gonna say, now's the perfect time to turn over your stocks and concentrate on your marriage.
Well, if you thought that would really help.
No, it's not going to happen, Stephanie. I am not ready to give you my stocks. I'm not even ready to discuss it until things are settled with Taylor. So go ahead. Give it to me.
Yes, Sandra. No, it's fine. Go ahead and send him in. Hello, Omar.
Layla, you look good today.
It's Taylor. Yes, and I'm feeling fine. It's good to be back where I belong.
Perhaps you're happiest when you're busy, wherever you are.
That's true. So are you here to make an appointment?
An appointment.
Maybe you want to deal with some of your issues? Attachment, manipulation, denial?
No, I don't think so. Besides, you wouldn't have the time.
At the time, I have nothing but. My patients are still finding out I'm alive.
I wonder if that is wise. I mean, re-establishing contact with them when you'll be leaving again.
I'm not leaving, Omar. I'm committed to staying in L.A.
You have broken commitments before.
If you're talking about our marriage, I don't consider that a valid commitment.
You can't just change your mind about such things, Layla.
Taylor!
Whatever. Our marriage contract is binding, legally and morally.
Well, I don't see it that way, and neither does my attorney.
Your attorney?
It's only fair to warn you, Omar. I'm having our marriage legally annulled. Oh my God, Thorne, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Oh, what happened?
When they were taking me back to my cell the last time you were here, the guy didn't like the way I looked at him, so he...
Oh, so he punched you? How could this happen? It's your job to protect him.
It's my job to make sure he doesn't escape. Again. 10 minutes.
Come here. Wait, what? Are you sure you're all right?
I'm fine. Tell me what's going on. Did Anthony confess?
Not yet, but I'm getting closer.
He doesn't know that you're here right now, does he?
He will. I'm going to tell him.
Are you out of your mind, Macy? You'll blow your cover.
Not the way I'm going to tell him.
I don't get it.
Just trust me. It's all part of the plan. Just wait till you hear this. So it's all coming together. I've been laying the groundwork for a few days, and I think I'm getting to him. It could happen today. We're getting together later.
And if he opens up to you?
I'll get it on tape. With this.
Where is that going to be?
In my purse.
What if he looks in your purse?
He won't look in my purse.
But you don't know that.
I'll be careful.
Oh, God, Macy, I hate this.
So do I, Thorne. But it's the only way.
It's too risky. He is insane, Macy. You know what he did to Ivana. He could do the same thing to you. What is to stop him?
Thorne, look. Ivana didn't know what she was up against. I do. There is no way I'm going to let my guard down, not for 1 second.
Yeah, that might not matter, Macy. It might not be enough. He is a psychopath. He could go off at any moment.
You can't think that way.
How else am I supposed to think, Macy? You are out there alone with him. I am trapped in here.
Think about us. Think about why we're doing this, Thorne, so we can be together, so we can be married. You still want that, don't you?
Of course I want it.
We're gonna have it. I mean, we're gonna have it all. We're gonna have that big wedding and a long honeymoon. A house out in the country. A built-in recording studio. Lots of room for our children. And they're all gonna have beautiful smiles, gorgeous singing voices just like their dad.
When you say that, I can almost see it happening.
It will happen. Because it's what we want, and it's what we deserve. And I will be damned if I let Anthony take that away from us.
I'm not going to get into any kind of an argument with you about this.
You're not?
No, because nothing I can say is going to make you change your mind.
Well, I thought you'd be a little bit more upset about this.
Obviously, you feel the stock is a form of security for you, and you are not going to return control of the company to me while you think your marriage is in jeopardy.
So you understand?
I understand you perfectly.
And like I said before, Stephanie, as soon as Taylor's gone, the stock is yours. I promise.
Did you think you could buy my loyalty through the stock?
No. No, I just know that you want what's best for Ridge. We both do. And I really appreciate your support. Especially when the one person I thought I could count on.
You're speaking of James?
Yes, you should have heard him. He kept going on about how unfair all of this is to Taylor and how much she suffered.
Well, I think if you're a friend of Taylor's, that's probably what you're going to feel.
Yes, but he's a friend of mine, too. At least I thought he was. But you know what? He can't resist a damsel in distress. And Taylor is playing the martyr. And he bought into the whole act.
You don't.
No. I know Taylor. I know who she is and what she stands for. I know her better than anybody. Except for you, maybe.
Me?
Mm-hmm. You saw right through her, Stephanie, the minute you talked to her.
I don't know, Brooke. Maybe I was too rash making that judgment.
No. You were being perceptive. I wish James saw her the way you do. Maybe you could talk to him.
I don't think that would do any good. It's apparent to me that what he feels is that the three of you really have to try and work this out through therapy.
Yes, I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
What?
No, I think there might be some really good reasons to try and do this. You might very well avoid a messy courtroom situation and publicity, and I think you have to seriously consider, protecting the children from that sort of thing.
Stephanie, of course I am going to do what's best for the children. How can you even say that? Tell me the truth. Whose side are you really on?
Did you say annulled our marriage?
That's right.
That is impossible.
No, it isn't. In fact, it's in progress right now.
Listen to me, Layla, and understand this clearly. Till now, I have been very patient with you. But this, I will not allow.
Don't talk to me like that. This is not your country, and I am not one of your subjects.
Divorce is not an option.
This wouldn't be a divorce. It would be an annulment.
It's the same thing.
No, it is not the same thing. A divorce ends a marriage. An annulment acknowledges there never was a marriage to begin with.
But there was. We exchanged vows. Perhaps such matters are taken lightly here, but in my country, that is not the case. It would be a disgrace.
Oh, so is that what this is about? This is about your pride? Is that it?
In part, yes. After all, the dignity of my position must be considered, but it is more than that. Our marriage is real as my feelings for you.
Look, I know you have feelings for me. I know you care about me. You may even love me in your own way. But sooner or later, you have to acknowledge that I am not your wife, and I never will be.
I will never accept that.
You're going to have to if the court rules in my favor.
If the court rules in your favor, it's not a certainty.
My attorney seems to feel very confident that things will go our way.
Nothing in life is guaranteed.
No, Omar, it isn't. But it doesn't make any difference. No matter what the courts rule, I know we are not married. Ridge is my husband. So you may as well go back to Morocco right now.
No, Leila. I will not leave. Not now.
Answer me, Stephanie. What do you really want to happen here?
What do I want? Why, what's best for my family?
Well, good. That's what I want, too. But not Taylor. To her, my family is irrelevant. And James, he even suggested that Taylor become like a third parent to my children. Can you even imagine that?
I can see you don't like the idea.
No, I don't. Do you know how stressful it would be for Eric Jr. and Bridget? They hardly even know Taylor.
Well, they haven't spent very much time with her.
And they're not going to. I am not going to let that woman anywhere near my kids.
How are they doing?
Oh, I'm sure they've picked up on my stress and tension. They're very perceptive.
You know, they probably could use some fun. Why don't you let them come over to the house this afternoon? I'll throw them in the pool, and I'll even call the swimming instructor and tell him to come over.
Really? That would be great. I'm sure they would love it. You don't mind?
No, of course not. I'll have Maria pick them up 3 o'clock.
Okay, it's a deal. Stephanie, thank you. I just want to thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me, especially now.
You go back to work. I'll take care of everything.
You're really ready to do this?
I'm positive. But I need to know that you're behind me on this.
You promise me that you are going to be careful.
Of course I will.
And find a way to get messages to me, Macy. If you can't come to see me, I have to know that you're okay.
I will. And you remember what I said. If you start to worry, you just focus on us and our future. The house, the kids. Finally having our family together.
Sounds so wonderful.
It will be. Especially after this. But it's all gonna be worth it, Thorne. I promise.
You insist on staying? Why?
To be here for the court hearing, of course.
You don't need to be here. I'll send the results to you in Morocco.
You misunderstand me. I intend to be here at the court hearing in person.
What?
After all, I am an interested party. Perhaps I might even plead my own case.
No, Omar, you can't.
Why not?
Because of the publicity. I know you don't want that any more than I do.
There is much that I would endure to win you back, my dear.
You cannot win me back. I am not some kind of trophy.
No, you're not a trophy. You are a woman. The same woman who danced with me in the moonlight, who kissed me with such longing, who looked at me with eyes full of passion and promise. Can you now look at me and say that you don't remember what we meant to each other?
I do remember, but it was in the past.
Yes, it is in our past. But it will also be in our future. And for the sake of that future, I will be there at that hearing. Goodbye. For now.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Here, let me...
I have it.
Sure?
Yes, just
Okay.
watch your step next time.
I'm sorry.
Are you all right?
Fine. Jerk. Oh, thanks. Nice place.
Did you like it? Darla told me about it.
Yeah, well, she always knows what's in.
I'm looking forward to trying out their dance floor.
Maybe later. Sorry I got held up.
Well, that's quite all right. Traffic?
No, actually, I was visiting Thorne.
Really? I thought he was in solitary confinement.
Lieutenant Burke set it up. He thought I might be able to wrangle a confession out of him.
Oh, of course, sure. Any luck?
No, he's still being stubborn. I guess he thinks it might ruin my image of him. Funny thing is...
What?
Nothing.
Please, tell me.
Well, I was just going to say that if he confessed, it would probably improve my image of him.
How could it possibly do that?
Well, I know it sounds crazy. I mean, yes, he killed Ivana, but he did it to protect me. You know? That took some courage. I mean, I'm not saying it's something to be proud of, but... Well, I guess maybe I am. Think about it, Anthony. I mean, who knows what she would have done to me if she had lived, right? I mean, all I'm saying is knowing how far he went to protect me just... It makes me feel kind of...
Kind of what, Macy?
Well, to be honest, it's a real turn on, Anthony.
Taylor Forrester?
It's Stephanie.
Stephanie, hello.
I wondered if you might be able to leave the office a little early today.
Well, I am kind of busy. This is my first day back.
It's important.
Why? What is it?
I want you to come to the house by 3 o'clock, and I want you to bring your bathing suit.
Bring my bathing suit? Why? What's going on?
Would you trust me that it will be to your benefit? I'm determined that you're going to be back in this family sooner than you think.